I hit my profit target. I requested my payout. It got rejected. Not for a drawdown breach, not for trading through news, for a rule I'd never really understood until it cost me the money. That was the first of 5 accounts. Not hidden rules. Every one was sitting in the documents I had agreed to. I just never understood what they actually did until they blew up an account. Here's the first one. I had one genuinely great trading day early in the cycle. The rest of the week was small wins. I hit the target, requested the payout, and got flagged for something called the consistency rule. It measures your best day against your total profit. If one day makes up too much of it, the firm treats it as luck instead of skill. They're not entirely wrong, but nobody tells you have to trade around it. It's buried as a footnote. So you chase the target all cycle, and when you finally hit it with one great day, you fail anyway. I passed the test. I just passed it in the wrong shape. The second rule cost me the most. I was up $8,000 on a funded account. Real money, confirmed. 3 weeks later, the account was gone, and I was still up $5,000 overall. Trailing maximum drawdown. 4 words I'd read but never processed. A normal drawdown measures from where you started. Trailing drawdown follows your highest balance instead. Every time you make money, the floor moves up. What nobody tells you is that the floor never comes back down. I grew the account from $50,000 to $58,000, then gave back $3,000 during one rough week. $3,000 on a $58,000 account felt completely normal. I'd survived worse pullbacks with my own money. But the rule wasn't measuring what I had. It was measuring how far I'd fallen from my highest point. After that, every new high felt like a countdown. Every winner meant less room to breathe. I was playing defense against my own progress. Then I found out there were 2 drawdown rules. The second one got me too. I finished a day green, closed profit up $200. The next morning the account was gone. Daily drawdown. I thought it measured what I ended the day with. It doesn't. Most firms measure it on floating equity, which means every open position counts while it's still open. Mid-session, I was down $1,100 on a trade I planned to hold. It came back. I closed it green. The account had already breached hours earlier, and I didn't know until the next day. The number that killed me was never on my statement. It existed for about 40 minutes on a position I ended up being right about. That was the day I stopped thinking of risk as what I lose. It's what I'm down at the worst moment of the trade, whether or not I ever realize it. The fourth rule made me take a trade I didn't want. I'd hit my profit target in 2 days. Clean, controlled, exactly how I want to trade. But I couldn't withdraw $1 because of one number I'd never paid attention to. Minimum trading days. The idea makes sense. Firms don't want to fund someone who got lucky twice. But on day 3, I had nothing. No setup, no edge, no reason to trade. The rule said trade anyway. So I opened something small just to tick the box. Small became a real position, and by the end of the week, I'd given back most of what I'd made. The rule didn't force me to lose. It just kept me in front of the screen when I should have walked away. The fifth rule is the one people argue with me about. I called a move exactly right and still lost the account because I wasn't allowed to take it. Most funded accounts have blackout windows around major news releases. 2 minutes either side, no new positions. The firm is protecting itself from spreads exploding and traders gambling on coin flips. I knew the rule. I took the trade anyway because I was right. The trade won. The account got closed. I've never had a loss teach me less and cost me more. 5 rules: consistency, trailing drawdown, daily drawdown, minimum days, news blackout. Different mechanics, same ending. Every one was disclosed. I'd agreed to every one. The mistake wasn't that the firms hid them. It was that I read the parts explaining what I could win and skimmed the parts explaining how the account ends. The fix wasn't more discipline. It was one boring hour with the rulebook and a pen, writing down every number that could close the account before I ever placed a trade. 1 hour. That's what 5 accounts cost me. Go read your own rulebook tonight. Find the trailing drawdown, find the daily drawdown, and check whether it counts floating equity. Find the consistency threshold, find the minimum days, find the news windows. I promise at least one of them works differently than you think. You don't lose a funded account to the market. You lose it to a paragraph you skipped. These were just 5 of the 70+ funded accounts I blew or got stuck on before any of this finally clicked. I made a whole video about that number and what it cost me. If any of this sounds familiar, that's the place to start. I'll put it right here. Welcome to Trader Confessions,